All right, guys. First video of the night. We're gonna start with something light. Nagayan will be our new sports commentator. He's gonna update us on what's going on with the FIFA world, or soccer, football, whatever you know as. And yeah, this is something we actually started last week. Um, me and Ed are not that educated on it, so we're gonna learn together now. Nagayan, floor is
Yes,
yours.
yes. Thank you for the introduction, man. Welcome, indeed. Today we're talking indeed about the FIFA World Cup that's going on, and yeah, like a football fanatic that I am, I would like to also keep you guys updated. So here we go. I'm gonna just run through the standings at the moment, or not the standings, but the teams that have played. Not all have played, so Brazil still needs to play, and some other countries that are quite big names in the footballing countries. But we do have some, and Ecuador played against Qatar. That was the opening match, and Ecuador won 0-2. So yeah, too bad for the Qatarians because there were rumors going out there that Qatar offered 7.1 million to each player of Ecuador, and I don't know if you guys heard it, but that became a big scandal, of course, and then it became obvious that yeah, of course, Ecuador won. So yeah, either the players couldn't make the difference or just simply didn't go for it. So yeah, it's good to know that there's still honest football going on. Yeah, England and Ireland played. England won 6-2. Senegal and the Dutch, which is where I'm located right now. They played interesting match. Did okay. 0-2 they won. Could be better, but yeah, the qualities of the Dutch team still lacks a little bit on the performance side. So also the USA went against Wales, actually Scotland or something. Yeah, Wales.
Against Wales.
Yeah, that's one of the United Kingdoms.
Oh,
They
okay.
actually have their own national team and also their nationality as Welsh. And they played 1-1. So I didn't see the match though, so I don't know how the details or the specifics on those. But yeah, probably a good matchup. But then the Saudi Arabia played against Argentina, and as you might know, Argentina is quite popular country, footballing country. It's where Messi is from and also plays for. So you could expect that team to win from Saudi Arabia, which is not that popular and also not that uh, high on the level of competitiveness as Argentinian team. But they actually won, and the king of Saudi Arabia even declared a national holiday, or not a national holiday. They gave everybody day off after they won the match, just to have them celebrate more the victory over Argentina. So it was a big deal in Saudi Arabia, and yeah, that was a surprising win or loss for Argentina. Denmark, Tunisia also played 0-0. Mexico and Poland also 0-0. France and Australia uh, very master. They mastered the game, so they've won 4-1. France, that is. Morocco against Croatia 0-0. Germany, Japan, that was also a stunt. Just like the Argentinian team, the German team is quite up there in the rankings. And yeah, basically they lost to Japan 1-2. So nobody would have guessed that, and it was late in the last moment that yeah, actually they scored the second one. So and Germany has to watch out that they don't get kicked out of the pool because they're in the pool together with Spain and Spain is quite tough matchup. They played against Croatia, and they Croatia lost 7. Oh no, my bad. Costa Rica, CRC, Costa Rica. They played against Costa Rica, and they lost. Costa Rica lost 7-0. Just to give you, yeah, that's the biggest loss so
Can you
far.
give me a little bit of the game? Like how did that game go?
Yeah, it was a difficult game because basically Spain is one of the top countries, top competitors, and Costa Rica is from the Southern American, or I think it's from the, yeah, Middle American hemisphere, and also part of the CONCACAF, and they are, yeah, one of the lowest ranked on. They made it to the, of course, to the playoffs, and they have done so for quite some time. But yeah, I think they were just outmastered, outgunned, outqualified. Spain kept the ball in their possession. They call it the tiki-taka football. That's passing the ball around and passing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and making triangles. And so you also saw the Costa Rican. They tried in the first half, but once the first goal came, the second goal came, the third goal came, and so on, and it kept going. So they just, yeah, they were outclassed. So
Okay.
yeah,
What else?
and yeah, then the last game from today, and today's actually being Wednesday, is Belgium against Canada. You guys neighbors, and Belgium won 1-0, but Canada, I have to say, Canada was deserved the win, but they couldn't finish. They got a penalty, and they missed the penalty. But the keeper stopped the penalty. Actually, they had some other chances, but they didn't actually came through. But they have some good players, so it's a quite good contender.
So
And
nobody's getting eliminated right now, right? Like
no,
these
this
are
is still the group phase, and I think we have 6 groups. If you can see it on the screen, can you click it, Ed? We can see it. I believe there's 8 groups,
there you go.
and in each group, 2 will go on. The 2 top ranked. So
I
with the
see.
standings of what they are right now, the first group, Group A, Ecuador and the Netherlands will go on. The second one, England and I think, yeah, because USA and the Uruguay, right? USA and what was the country? Wales. They tied, so it's gonna be. And you get
What's the difference between these groups? Meaning, if you group A is where you want to be.
no, it's basically they have taken different parts, and yeah, if you can see, the Netherlands are not in the same group as England, nor France, nor Spain, nor Belgium, because those are in the same confederate. So each confederate has a certain amount of spots, and the European Confederation has, of course, higher amount of spots because yeah, the quality of football is better. But they also have, yeah, so they try to not put the same confederation in the same group. So they try to split it as much as they can.
So, but the alphabetical order doesn't mean much. It's just
No, it's just random.
okay,
But
okay,
but it will mean that once you win from Group A, the first place from Group A will go to the second place of Group B. But
okay,
that's already set.
okay. Um, the other you have something else before I go on with my question?
No, no, that's it. Yeah, that was the last game. So that was the overview so far.
Okay. The other day I ended up calling you because some people where I work want to know and understand how the game actually works. And I didn't know how to explain to them like how professional soccer works. Any tips for people to like actually understand? You remember his questions more or less? Uh,
Yeah, I do.
any kind of like breakdown real quick you can give us?
Uh, yeah, real quick. One game, 90 minutes, 11 players per team, and you have one goalie. That's the only one, or from each team. So two goalies on each side, and those are the only ones that can hold the ball in their hands and use their hands to stop the ball. Um, Other than that, uh, yeah, you have 10 positions available, and those will go 90 minutes. Actually, two halves of 45 minutes of 54. Now 45 minutes actually, and yeah, the one who scores the most of goals is the one who wins. And if you win, you take away 3 points. If you draw, it's you get each of you get 1 point, and if you lose, you get 0 points. So that's
Cool.
how the tally works, actually.
All right.
What do you mean? You're saying, what do you mean? You take away 3 points? What are you talking about?
Like you win 3 points, you get 3 points, not you take away, but you.
No, I mean like, why is it 3 point? I mean that's 3 points to like for the turn. That's not like the most you can score in a game is 3 points. Like, that's not.
If you in the World Cup or any tournament, or also in the division football divisions, each division
Yeah.
they award 3 points to the winner. Even though you scored 7 goals to 0,
Yeah.
you still get the three
Yeah,
points.
that's what I understood. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you won the game itself by your score, of course.
Yes.
And but once whoever wins the game wins the 3 points outside of that
So
one
these
particular.
points go to the overall tournament. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
each group, but these points are for the group phase,
Yeah.
and in the group phase you will actually have this system, and then
So
from there on it will be knockout in the
what?
last 16.
So you win the tournament by just having the most points.
the most wins, basically.
No,
Not
wait. Yeah, you would. I don't know, man.
Oh,
no, no,
I'm gonna explain it a little bit better. That's a good
because
question. What you have, yeah, is that you have 8 groups. Each group has 4 teams, and each group are independently fighting against each other. So the 4 teams in one group are trying to get either to the first or the second place.
Yeah.
And you get to the first or second place by winning indeed the most games. But you get to play once to each of the teams. So the most points you can get in the first phase is 9 points. If you win all 3 games, you get awarded 9 points and you become first. Of course, there are variations. If you lose them all, then you have 0 points. If you draw 1 or 2, then you get 2 points, and so on. And from those 4 in one group, each group will play their own set of matches against each other. And from those 8 groups, 2 will survive, the top 2. And these 2 from each group, that means 16, then you get to the group phase is then over, and you don't work with the points anymore. Then you go to direct knockout. So each match means the winner goes on, and the loser is knocked out
Okay.
until the
Like
finals. Yeah,
playoffs.
until
Okay.
there's 2 left or 1.
it's kind of like martial arts. They do that like that too. Like
Yeah, like the Goku tournament
yeah, yeah.
as well.
Okay. That's cool. That clarifies a lot of things. Um, we will continue. Every time we give an update, I'll probably have like more questions because we just learning. Thank you, Ed, for your question, man. You got any other questions?
No, no, that was it.
Okay, Nagayan, anything to add?
Yeah, I don't. If there are more questions, let me know. I like to answer them. And the only thing I want to say is that we still have some games. Of course, Brazil and Uruguay and Portugal are playing tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know what time it is or when it is when this video gets actually. But on Thursday, the 24th, they will play the remainder of the games, and then we can see how the standings are. But yeah, I hope you guys get to see soccer a little bit or football and root for your team. And if you are for a certain team, give a shout out with the team in the comments, to see where you are from. But thank you for watching.
Um, Also, man, like props to that team who didn't take that bribe. I heard about that at work too. So
Yeah.
shout out to them, man. Like really, I give you props. Because at some point it's not just about the money, it's about representing. And you on this level you are representing your country itself. You don't want to take the loss, you want to do the best you can, and you want people to notice how good you are. So props to you. Thank you for watching Unidentified. Good job, man.